So we were discussing about receive our lectures. We were discussing about courts, right? So we were discussing about courts. We discussed, I guess, we discussed about Supreme Court, High Court. Then we discussed about we discussed the powers of district courts. We discussed about district and sessions court. Then we were discussing about metropolitan magistrates. Okay, yeah. We were discussing about metropolitan magistrates. Okay. So towns having population exceeding 1 million are declared as metropolitan areas. Okay, and those metropolitan areas will have a court. That court is known as metropolitan court. Okay, these courts of metropolitan magistrates are created by section 16. We read the section 16 of CRPC. The court of chief metropolitan magistrate and those of additional chief metropolitan magistrates are created by section 17. What does that mean? Section 16 defines about metropolitan magistrates courts. Okay, we read that section. Now section 17, chief metropolitan magistrate, assistant additional chief metropolitan magistrate. So what does that mean? The High Court, in relation to every metropolitan area within its local jurisdiction, appoints a metropolitan magistrate to be chief metropolitan magistrate for such metropolitan area. The High Court may appoint any metropolitan magistrate to be an additional chief metropolitan magistrate, and such magistrates have all powers of chief metropolitan magistrate under this code. What does that mean? So I've told you, right? We were discussing about Mumbai. For example, we can take Mumbai. Okay, Maharashtra. So for example, in Maharashtra we have our Mumbai High Court. Mumbai High Court. Okay, Mumbai High Court. Mumbai is a metropolitan area. It has so many towns underneath, so it has so many metropolitan courts. Okay, so I've told you like some places in Mumbai, like maybe Mumbai is there. Delhi, Andheri, then Bandra. Okay, for example, we are taking the 5. Okay, for example, we think that there are 5 metropolitan. These are all metropolitan areas in Mumbai, because all the places will be having populations more than 1 million. So we take this, and each place will be having their own metropolitan courts, right? Each of these metropolitan areas will be having a metropolitan courts. Fine. So this High Court, what does this High Court do? This High Court can appoint. Okay, from these courts, the High Court can appoint one person as chief metropolitan magistrates. So there is chief metropolitan magistrate. Okay, and High Court can also appoint additional chief metropolitan magistrates. Okay, these will be headed over by metropolitan magistrates. All courts will be headed over by metropolitan magistrate, but High Court can appoint someone known as chief metropolitan magistrate and additional metropolitan magistrates. Okay, that is what we are telling here. CRPC. Okay, so section 17 is telling about that the High Court shall, in relation to every metropolitan area within its local jurisdiction, appoint a metropolitan magistrate to be the chief metropolitan magistrate for such metropolitan area. Okay. The High Court may appoint any metropolitan magistrate to be additional chief metropolitan magistrate, and magistrate shall have all the powers of chief metropolitan magistrate. Additional means not assistant. Okay, don't confuse these terms. Additional means one more. Okay, not subordinate. Okay, assistant is subordinate. Okay, additional means just one more. So it will be having the same. Additional people will be having the same powers of the chief. We are done with that. Then we'll move on to the High Court shall, in relation to every metropolitan area, this is what we read in that section. Okay, appoint a metropolitan magistrate to be chief metropolitan magistrate for such metropolitan area. A metropolitan magistrate is under the general control of the sessions judge and subordinate to chief metropolitan magistrate. Okay, metropolitan judge. So fine with metropolitan areas, right? So we have a metropolitan magistrate. Metropolitan magistrate, for example, this is a Bandra. Under Mumbai, one place is there, and this person is a metropolitan magistrate of that place. Okay, and he is assistant to sessions judge. So there is a sessions court. Mumbai is one place is there. So there is a sessions court, district and sessions court. Okay, so he is subordinate to the sessions judge, and metropolitan magistrates are subordinate to sessions judge and subordinate session judge and chief metropolitan magistrate. So they are metropolitan magistrates are subordinate to chief metropolitan magistrates and the sessions judge. Okay, that is what is talking here. So the court of the metropolitan magistrate is under the general control of sessions judge and is subordinate to chief metropolitan magistrate. Okay, then the court of a chief metropolitan magistrate shall have the powers of the court of chief judicial magistrate. Okay, we will be learning about what is chief judicial magistrate. So the court of chief metropolitan magistrate, okay, he will be having the powers just as chief judicial magistrate. We will discuss what is chief judicial magistrate. Okay, and the court of metropolitan magistrate shall have the powers of court of magistrate of first class. So what are the powers given? There is something called when there is no metropolitan areas, then you have your court of chief judicial magistrate. So your chief metropolitan magistrate, for example, chief metropolitan magistrate will have the power just the same, see, just the same of the chief judicial magistrate or CJM, and that is the power of chief judicial magistrate. And the metropolitan magistrate, I told you about two, right? So there is one chief metropolitan magistrate and just one metropolitan magistrate. So metropolitan magistrate will be having powers equal to CJM first class. Okay, the class one. There are two types of classes: first class and second class. We will discuss them. We will discuss about the classes. So chief metropolitan magistrate will have powers same as chief judicial magistrate. Metropolitan magistrates will have power same of chief judicial magistrate of the first class. Now we will go to the chief judicial magistrates. Okay, so chief judicial magistrate. So where is it? As per section 12. There is a fly in here. It's changing my slides. Okay. As per section 12 of CRPC, in every district not being a metropolitan area, okay, in every district not being a metropolitan area, okay, the High Court shall appoint a judicial magistrate of first class to the Chief Judicial Magistrate. As per section 12 of CRPC, every district which is not a metropolitan area, the High Court shall appoint a judicial magistrate of first class to the Chief Judicial Magistrate. Okay, the Chief Judicial Magistrate looks over the work of Judicial Magistrate but cannot take any. There are so many Judicial Magistrates also under him. Chief Judicial Magistrate, just like your Chief Metropolitan Magistrate, Chief Judicial Magistrate also have so many subordinate judges. They are known as Judicial Magistrates. First class, second class, it depends. Okay, so the head is Chief Judicial Magistrate. He cannot take. He can look over the work. He can check the work what they are doing, but he cannot take any action over them. The action can be taken by whom? High Court. Okay, so the CJM, I will tell up like CJM now. CJM means Chief Judicial Magistrate. So CJM can only report the misbehavior of judicial magistrates to the High Court. He cannot take any action. He cannot report it to the High Court. A court of Chief Judicial Magistrate can sentence a person to jail up to 7 years and impose fine of up to any amount. Okay, so what are the sentences it can give? Sentence is only a person to jail up to 7 years, and fine of any amount. Okay, the CJM is the most senior among all magistrates in the district. Chief Judicial Magistrate is the senior most of all judges in the district. So we will have to look what is section 12 of CRPC. There only is mentioned about CJMs, right? Section 12, sorry. Chief Judicial Magistrate and Additional Chief Judicial Magistrate. In every district not being a metropolitan area, the High Court shall appoint a judicial magistrate of the first class to the Chief Judicial Magistrate. Okay, the High Court may appoint any judicial magistrate of the first class to be an additional Chief Judicial Magistrate, and such magistrate shall have all or any of the powers of the Chief Judicial Magistrate under this code or under any law for the time being. Okay, so it's all about the appointment. So I think morning lectures you couldn't hear the audio. That was a problem. So please watch my recorded classes. Okay, because I have explained about Chief Judicial Magistrates there. So I have explained about the other magistrates there, and now I know while hearing this you won't get it, because morning lecture I have given a base of all these things. I have told about High Court, how judges are applied, district courts, how judges are there, and after that we were discussing about metropolitan judges. Okay, then only we came here. Okay, I can't repeat the lectures again. You have to watch the recorded classes. Okay, so section 12. Whenever I am telling something, I have mentioned the sections there also. So you need to study from the PPT. That's okay. Okay, but please cross refer the sections. Okay, I am not telling you to study the sections totally. Cross refer the sections. Okay, so you will get a better understanding. So whenever you are studying anything in law, cross refer with the sections. Okay, that is why I have added the sections inside the presentations. I will send you the presentation. This unit will be finished soon. I will send you the presentations. So Chief Judicial Magistrate in every district not being a metropolitan area, High Court shall appoint a judicial magistrate of first class to be the Chief Judicial Magistrate. Just that much. Fine. That is section 12 of CRPC. Okay. Then we have Chief Judicial Magistrate first class and second class. That is another topic. So we have finished with the Supreme Court, we have finished with the High Court, we have finished with the District Court, then we went on to the Metropolitan Magistrate, then we went on to the Chief Judicial Magistrate, and afterwards we are coming to the Chief Judicial Magistrate first and second class. Okay, so they are subordinate to the Chief Judicial Magistrate. The Court of Magistrate of first class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years or fine not exceeding 10,000 rupees or both. Okay, so what is the criteria? Or what is the fine they can give? The Court of Magistrate of first class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years or fine not exceeding 10,000 rupees or both. So how much can he give? 3 years imprisonment, more than that, okay, and fine not exceeding 10,000 rupees. The court of magistrate of the second class may pass a, so first class is done, now this is about second class. The court of magistrate of second class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year or with fine not exceeding 5,000 rupees or both. Okay, 5,000, there it was 10,000, 3 years, here it is 1 year. So how much can they give? A term not exceeding 1 year and fine of any fine not exceeding 5,000 rupees or both. Both also you can get, depends on your luck. So refer, I have given the reference, so we will see about 29 CRPC, 28 and 29 CRPC. So I know today's morning's lecture you could not listen, so I will tell you about 28 also. We are referring to 29 now. I will tell you about 28 also, that is sentences which High Court and Sessions judges may pass. So okay, we discussed about High Court and Session judges today morning lecture. So how much sentences they can pass, we have already discussed it morning, but we couldn't get the audio, right? When you record classes, when you hear it, you will get the audio. Okay, fine, I will discuss that also. So 28, a High Court may pass any sentence authorized by the law. Okay, High Court has the authority to pass any sentence. You can get death penalty also. Okay, High Court has the power to pass any sentence, okay, authorized by the law. Whatever the law is authorized, whatever there is, whatever punishments are there in the law, High Court can give that. Okay, no problem with that. A sessions judge or additional sessions judge may pass any sentence authorized by law, but in case of death penalty, he has to conform it with the High Court. Okay, so sessions judge or additional sessions judge may pass any sentence authorized by the law, but any sentence of death passed by any such judge shall be subject to confirmation by the High Court. So if sessions judge is passing a death penalty, they have to conform it with High Court. Okay, High Court and Supreme Court are the ones who usually pass death penalty. But if Session Court is passing the death penalty, they have to conform it with the High Court. Then only they can pass it. That is about Sessions Judge and Additional Session Judge. Okay, there is something known as Assistant Session Judge. Don't confuse the terms. Okay, Sessions Judge, Additional Session Judge. Okay, and Assistant Session Judge. Session Judge additional means just one more addition. Okay, same powers. Assistant means subordinate. Okay, so an assistant session judge may pass any sentence authorized by the law except a sentence of death. He cannot pass death sentence. He cannot ask the High Court for death sentence also. So assistant session judge cannot pass death sentence, then imprisonment for 10 years or more, and imprisonment for 10 years or more and imprisonment for life. 3 things they cannot pass. First is imprisonment for life, imprisonment which is more than 10 years, and death penalty. Assistant sessions judge. Okay, we are not talking about additional or sessions judge. Additional sessions judge and sessions judge can pass anything, any punishment, and if they are passing death penalty, they have to ask the High Court. Okay, an assistant session judge can pass any punishment except 3. One is death penalty, any term which is exceeding, any punishment which is exceeding 10 years, and life imprisonment. Three things they cannot pass. Sentences magistrates may pass. When it comes to magistrates, think about only after Sessions Court, you get the Magistrates Court. Okay, you have your Metropolitan Magistrate, Chief Judicial Magistrate, first class, second class. So all those things, all those people are magistrates. Okay, so sentences which magistrates shall pass. What are the sentences? The Court of Chief Judicial Magistrate, CJM. You know about CJM, right? Just now we read CJM. Every district will have a magistrates courts and be headed by chief judicial magistrate. Chief judicial magistrate may pass any sentence authorized by law except a sentence of death or imprisonment for life or a term exceeding 7 years. So now the powers are decreasing. When they are coming down, the powers are decreasing. So chief judicial magistrate can only pass, he can pass any sentences, but he cannot pass death penalty, imprisonment for life, or any term exceeding 7 years. Okay, additional session is just 10 years. Now it came down. Now it's 7 years. Okay. Court of magistrate of first class may pass any sentence of imprisonment for term not exceeding 3 years. So when it comes to first class, again it decreased. The power decreased. Now he cannot pass any punishment more than 3 years. Okay, or fine not exceeding to 5,000 rupees, or fine which doesn't exceed 5,000 rupees, or both. Okay, when it comes to second class, the power decreases again, right? So the court of magistrate of second class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year, or fine not exceeding 1,000 rupees, or both. Okay, the court of chief metropolitan magistrate shall have powers of court of chief magistrate, judicial magistrate. Chief metropolitan magistrate will have the power same as the chief judicial magistrate. Okay, so how much they can pass? Not exceeding 7 years. Okay, not death penalty and no life imprisonment. And metropolitan magistrates, they can pass same as magistrate of first class. Okay, metropolitan magistrates same as same as magistrate of first class, and chief metropolitan magistrate same as chief judicial magistrate, CHIM. So I think you understood. Okay, so I'll just explain to you briefly. It will be confusing for you, so I'll just explain to you briefly. So which is our supreme head in judiciary? We have our Supreme Court. We have our Supreme Court. Okay, then comes High Court. Then comes Sessions Court. Then comes metropolitan. If there is a metropolitan area, that counts metropolitan courts. If it is metropolitan area, that means population more than 1 million, then metropolitan courts. Okay, so court of metropolitan magistrate. We can just write MM for metropolitan magistrate. Okay, then if it is not a metropolitan area, then we have court of chief. We have court of chief judicial magistrate. Okay, then under that we have CJM class 1, CJM class 2. Okay, understood now? We have the Supreme Court, High Court, Sessions Court, and if it's a metropolitan area, we have the court of metropolitan magistrate. Then if it's not a metropolitan area, we have chief judicial magistrate, court of chief judicial magistrate, then chief judicial magistrate first class, second class. Okay, coming to Supreme Court, what all punishment can we give? Any punishment. Okay, any punishment. Any punishments they can give. Okay, death penalty, whatever it may be, they can give any punishment they want. Okay, that's the power of Supreme Court. Then we will deal with High Court. When we dealt with High Court, what punishment do they give? High courts give? High courts give punishments? Any punishment, same as that. Any punishment. Any punishment. Okay. Death penalty also they can give. No problem. High court also give any punishment. Then we go to the next court, that is your Sessions Court. Sessions Court, what punishment do they give? So, first thing you have to know is the head of Sessions Court. We have you have Sessions Judge and Additional Sessions Judge and somebody called Assistant Sessions Judge. Okay. So, whenever you are studying sessions, we have two main categories. Okay, the chief is known as, head is known as Sessions Judge. Okay, and if there is too much cases in that place, in that session there is too much cases, then High Court may send another one more judge to help the Sessions Judge. So, that is known as Additional Sessions Judge. I am writing SJ for Sessions Judge. Okay. So, Sessions Judge, the presiding officer of Session Court. Then, if there is more cases, there can be more additions. So, Session Judges. Okay. And there is one other person also, that is Assistant Sessions Judge. Okay. Subordinate to these judges. These both are almost similar. Only if case is too much, then Additional Sessions Judge will come. Okay. So, assistant to them, there is Assistant Sessions Judge. Okay. And what can they pass? These two, they are the same judges, right? So, they can pass what? Any punishment. Only one criteria, if it is a death penalty, they have to conform with High Court. Okay. If it is a death penalty, they have to conform with High Court. That is the power of both of these. Assistant, what is it? He can pass anything, but three things he cannot pass. One is death penalty. Second one is any imprisonment term which is exceeding 10 years, any imprisonment term which is exceeding 10 years, 10 years and above, any term which is exceeding 10 years, okay, 10 years and above, he cannot pass any terms, okay. And the third one is life imprisonment. Life fine. So, that is about Sessions Court. Life imprisonment they can pass. Fine. Then what do we have? Then if there is any metropolitan area, we have our metropolitan magistrates, and if metropolitan courts, if it is not a metropolitan area, what do we have? Chief Judicial Magistrates. Okay. So, we will discuss about Chief Judicial Magistrates. CJM, Chief Judicial Magistrate. Okay, it is clearly written what they can pass. The Court of Chief Judicial Magistrate may pass any sentence authorized in law except death, imprisonment, 7 years. The Court of Magistrate first class. So, what does CJM's pass? Chief Judicial Magistrate? They cannot pass death penalty. No, they cannot pass that. They cannot pass life imprisonment. They cannot pass that. Cannot pass any term exceeding 7 years. If the imprisonment is more than 7 years, they cannot pass that. Remember one thing, CJM, this is the power is same with chief is same as chief metropolitan magistrate. Okay, so CJM and chief metropolitan magistrate have the same power. Okay, if only if the area is a metropolitan area, okay, then we will have metropolitan courts. If it's not a metropolitan area, we usually have chief judicial magistrates. Okay, so there the chief, those who are the chief, okay, of that judicial system, like there is underneath chief judicial magistrate, there is first class, second class, everything, right? So who is the chief? Chief is the chief judicial magistrate. And metropolitan magistrate, there are so many metropolitan magistrates, so many metropolitan areas, so many metropolitan magistrates, they will have a chief. Okay, so the chief is known as chief metropolitan magistrate. So these both are the head. Okay, so these heads can pass any imprisonments, but these three they cannot pass. Okay, then we have chief judicial magistrate first class. Okay, chief judicial magistrate first class. What can he pass? He can pass, see, that is why law is important. He won't be chief judicial magistrate, right? Just magistrate, just judicial magistrate first class. Okay, not chief judicial magistrate, just judicial magistrate first class. Okay, so what can you pass? The court of magistrate of first class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years or fine of 5,000 rupees or both. So judicial magistrate first class, they can pass any punishment, but the punishment should not be above 3 years, not greater than 3 years, and any fines, the fine should not be above 5,000 rupees. Okay, or both they can have us together. So punishment should not be above 3 years, and your fine we are having must not be above 5,000 rupees. And it's clearly written here also, the court of chief metropolitan magistrate, the powers of magistrate of first class. That means this magistrate is there, right? Judicial magistrate class first, he has the same power, who has the same power? Metropolitan magistrate has the same powers as the judicial magistrate class 1. Okay, don't confuse. Before we were telling about chief metropolitan magistrate, okay, and chief judicial magistrate. This is judicial magistrate first class, and this is just metropolitan magistrate. Okay, they have a chief, that is known as chief judicial magistrate. So just metropolitan magistrate and his powers are same as judicial magistrate first class. Okay, these both powers are same. That is, not imprisonment not more than 3 years, fine not more than 500 rupees, and 5,000 rupees, or both. Understood? So the last one which we are having is judicial magistrate second class, class 2. What can they pass? Clearly written here, imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year. Small cases, not exceeding 1 year, fine not exceeding 1,000 rupees, or both. So he can pass imprisonment for 6 months, 7 months, 9 months, 11 months. Okay, must not be above 1 year. Okay, fine must not be above 1,000. He can pass up to 1,000 rupees, not above 1,000 rupees, or both. Okay, so now understood the systems, right? Everything I have explained. I think you have made the short notes, so that will be easy for you also, or else you have to go through all the sections to study all this. So that is done. So don't forget this. So if you have any doubts with those sections, refer to 29 of CRPC. Okay. District court we have done. Sorry, now I will tell you about civil courts. So we have already seen about criminal courts. Okay, I am not telling you to not study about civil court, but for general information I am giving you about civil court, because our crimes will be both civil and criminal, right? Civil and criminal crimes are there. As forensic people, we are just concerned with criminal crimes. Okay, but there are civil courts also. Okay, criminal courts are different and civil courts are different. Okay, sessions court and all for criminal, chief judicial magistrate first class is for criminal. So all those things are for criminal cases. Okay, and for civil cases there is separate courts, and we are not going to deep. Don't worry about that. We are not going into deep about civil cases. We are only concerned with the criminal cases. Okay, so we are only learning about criminal laws, because all the laws which we studied, everything that was based on criminal laws, they are all criminal laws. Okay, so we are not going to civil because there are so many other civil laws that is not in our syllabus, so we are not going to it. So district courts, the court of district judge is the highest civil court in a district. So which is a district judge, court of district judge. Just like our session judge, there is court of district judge, that is the highest civil court in the district. It exercises both judicial and administrative functions. The district judge combines the power of trying both civil and criminal cases, and they are designated as sessions judge. So district and sessions court, that is like the head. So they have the power. District is known as district or sessions court. Okay, so who presides over there? That is sessions court, sessions judge. Okay, they can try both criminal and civil cases. And above this, the high court also can try both criminal and civil cases. Have you ever heard about two high courts, one for criminal and one for this civil? No, it's not like that. High court can try both. Okay, have you heard about two Supreme Courts? Only one Supreme Court we have. They can try both civil and criminal. Okay, just like that, the district and sessions judge, he can try both. And after that, it changes. It doesn't come to chief metropolitan or magistrate, or it doesn't come to chief judicial magistrate. It changes to sub-judge court. So sub-judge court, if the value of the subject matter of the suit is worth more than 1 lakh, the sub-judge and additional sub-judge court may try the suit. So if the values, any civil cases always is money matters, right? All these land matters, all those things. So if the value is worth more than 1 lakh rupees, then subject and additional subject may try the suit. Okay, then additional subject is created based on case laws. So subject will have so many cases if he is alone, right? So based on the case laws, like if there is too much cases in that place, then additional subject also helps. Okay, it's added there, additional subject judge, then they both can finish the work, right? So it's created based on case laws. Municipal court, the value of the subject matter of the suit is worth 1 lakh or below. If it's 1 lakh or below, then the municipal court is a competent authority to sue. So if it's very less than 1 lakh, small issues, then we go to the municipal court. Okay, not chief judicial magistrate or judicial magistrate first class or second class. In civil, we go to sub-judge. In civil, we go to sub-judge and municipal courts. Okay. So I think we are clear about all this. So what have we discussed? We were discussing today about the High Court. We've seen about the High Court, its powers. We are at the sections. Please go to the recorded videos. We have seen the jurisdiction of the High Court. Then we have seen about district and sessions court. Okay, so who is session judge, who is assistant session judge, additional session judge, all those things we have heard. Read section 9 of CRPC. Okay. Section 28. When you see section 20, we just read section 28, right? What all punishment they can give, that we read just now. The chief metropolitan magistrate, how is he appointed? Why is he appointed? Okay, because the area is having too much population. There's greater than 1 million. Section 16 and section 17 of CRPC. Okay, read that, then you will understand more. Don't stick only to the PPT, read the sections also. I am not telling you to study the sections, just read the section for reference. If you are making your own notes, that will be easy, right? Then Chief Judicial Magistrate, we have learned just now of first class and second class. Judicial Magistrate of first class, Judicial Magistrate second class. District courts, okay, that is when it comes to civil matters. Civil matters, you don't have Judicial Magistrate first class and second class, or Chief Judicial Magistrate or Metropolitan Magistrate. No civil, it doesn't happen in civil cases. The High Court is same, Supreme Court is same, and the Sessions Court is also same. But underneath that, you have Sub-Judge Court, Additional Sub-Judge Court, and Municipal Court. Okay, so that is for civil matters only. We are only concerned with criminal matters. Okay, so thank you. We will end it here.